Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video we're going to be doing my November perfume tray, which I am still kind of shocked that it's November, to be honest, or I'm filming this still in October, but when it releases it's going to be November. And is it just me, or does it seem like this year has just really flown by? I mean, more than any other year, I feel like this has been the fastest year of my life. Today we're going to be talking about my November perfume tray. If you're new to these videos, every month I pick out 10 perfumes to focus on. I always talk about the month before, I do a recap and let you know how I was feeling about those perfumes, and then I pick out 10 new perfumes for the next month. So if you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your support. Let's get into this video. It's funny that I'm doing my November perfume tray because I actually am going to the beach after I get done filming this. It's going to be 82 degrees today. It is Sunday, October 29th when I'm filming this, and it's supposed to be a high of 82 degrees here in South Carolina. So I have to take advantage of that, and I'm going to the beach after this, which is funny. Sometimes here in South Carolina we do get these really nice days in the middle of fall and even winter. I remember a couple years ago, my family and I went to the beach on Christmas Day and went surfing. It was like 75 degrees and sunny. We had to wear wetsuits because the water was cold, but still, we were out at the beach surfing on Christmas Day. So I've only been here in South Carolina for a couple of years, so I'm still not quite used to that. I used to live in very, very cold weather, and I mean, I remember trick-or-treating when I was a kid in the snow. I lived in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and so I was used to it being like winter by the time October came. So this is kind of a interesting experience for me. Anyway, let's get into these fragrances. So we're going to start off with October's perfume tray. I'm going to do a recap and let you know how I was feeling about these perfumes. Okay, so first up we have by Swiss Arabian. This is Casablanca. I love this perfume. I wear it every single October for a couple years now, and I wear it outside of October as well. I'll probably pick this up all fall and winter because this is a beast mode fragrance that will cut through the cold. It's very, very strong on me. This is lots of caramel. This is green apple, very sweet. It's got some suede. It's got some woody notes, some musk. So it's not a full-on gourmand. It smells to me like a caramel apple, but in a very perfumey kind of way. And I just love this one. I talk about this one all the time. It is a great affordable gem in my opinion, but you have to like really sweet fragrances and very strong fragrances to like this one. But I think this is absolutely perfect for fall. This is like the quintessential fall fragrance for me because it just reminds me of caramel apples, which is something that reminds me of fall. I don't think I will ever not like this perfume, and I am very curious about the Extrait as well. I know there's a new one coming out, and I've heard that it's like even stronger, which is, I don't know about that because this one's like a beast on me. This is a screamer, and so I don't know. I'm curious about the Extrait, but this is a perfume I really enjoy. This is by Swiss Arabian Casablanca. Okay, up next we have by the House of BDK. This is Rouge Smoking. This is a pretty new bottle, so this dent that's in here is really just from last month, the month of October, and I enjoyed this one so much. I'm so happy that I did purchase this. I resisted getting this for the longest time because I had a decant of it and it didn't perform very well, and I had a dupe of it from the House of Dua, She Loves Red, which is a decent dupe, but now that I have the real thing, it's not the dupe doesn't cut it for me. This thing is just, ooh, this is so good. I absolutely love this. This is spicy. It's got pink pepper. It's got lots of cherry. It's got some heliotrope, so it's kind of powdery, and lots of vanilla and tonka bean. And somehow the notes together reminds me of cherry, like a spicy cherry Coca-Cola with lots of vanilla and tonka bean. And I really enjoy it. It is one of the most fun yet sexy. This is a playful, sexy perfume. The performance is actually not terrible. It's not as bad as it was from my decant. It's not ever going to be a super loud perfume. They need to come up with an Extrait of this. I want something stronger, but if I overspray it and I spray it on my clothes, I get moderate performance, and I actually really enjoy wearing this. So I'm super happy I did go ahead and break down and purchase a bottle. So this is by the House of BDK Rouge Smoking. Okay, this next perfume was astonishing to me how many compliments I got. I'm not the type of person that comes on here and tells you guys like I'm just getting compliments 24/7 because I don't. I get compliments from friends and family because they know that I'm really into perfume, so people pay more attention to what I'm wearing, I feel like. But this fragrance got me compliments from people that don't know that I'm into perfumes. I got so many comments every time I would wear this. I seriously, I was kind of shocked. It seemed like every single time I put this on, somebody said something. This is by Giardini Di Toscana, and this is Bianco Latte. This perfume is I think it's because it's sweet and it's delicious smelling, but it's also very strong. It is a projecting perfume, so people are going to smell you. And I think people are going to take notice because they have no choice but to smell it. It's not a soft scent, it's a loud scent, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely perfect for this time of year. I mean, the performance on this is a 10 out of 10, and the scent is to die for. Lots of people get different interpretations of how this smells. To me, this smells like a honey, caramel, vanilla cookie. I'm here for it. I don't get that lactonic feel that some people get from this perfume. It just doesn't seem lactonic to me. I know some people get that latte vibe. People say so many different things. I walked into a room one time and somebody was like, oh my God, somebody smells like vanilla. I'm like, that's me. Somebody said I smell like vanilla. Somebody said I smell like cookies one time. And somebody said I smelled like a cinnamon bun, which I do pick up a little bit of a spiciness to this as well. There's a little touch of, I thought there was cinnamon in here, but there's none listed in the notes. So I do get a little hint of that cinnamon. I get why people are some people are comparing this to like a cinnamon bun, which I get that. I get a little hint of that. So anyway, regardless of if you get cinnamon bun, cookie, latte, it's amazing, and it's worth every single bit of the hype that it's getting. So this is by Giardini Di Toscana Bianco Latte. Okay, up next, this is a perfume that my husband shocked me when, I don't know if you guys saw that video where my husband smells all of the perfumes in my collection and then picks his top 10. If you missed that video, I'll put it in the description box because it's pretty funny, and I just adore that video of us. But anyway, this is one that made his top 20. It didn't make his top 10, but it made his top 20. I did not expect that. This is by Amouage, and this is Lilac Love. I adore this fragrance, but to me, this smells a little powdery to the point where sometimes I think it smells vintage. It smells like lilacs, but really powdery, heliotrope and lilacs. And then in the base, there's chocolate. And I get like a creamy chocolate on my skin, and I love the combination of that powdery lilac with the creamy chocolate. But sometimes when I smell this, as much as I love this perfume, sometimes when I smell it, I ask myself, why do I like this? I can't figure it out because it smells a bit, just, I don't know, there's like this outdated feeling I get sometimes with this fragrance, like it's outdated and vintage smelling. So I don't use the terminology smells like an old lady. I don't use that because, you know, it shouldn't be an insult to smell like an old lady. Like, old women should be respected, and old women are beautiful in my opinion. But my husband, on the other hand, has no problem telling me when he thinks a perfume makes me smell like an old lady. He doesn't have a problem saying that. So I was kind of expecting him to tell me that that's what this made him think of, but he didn't. He really liked it. So like I said, it made his top 20. This is a strong, strong perfume. It lasts all day and people are going to be able to smell you. It's a pretty strong scent bubble and you have to be committed to smelling like this all day. I absolutely adore it though. There's something about this perfume that is addicting. I can't figure out why I love this so much, but I do. So I'm just going to go with it. Plus, I really love the bottle. This color of purple is one of my all-time favorite colors. So that is by Amouage Lilac Love. All right, up next we have by Navitus Parfums. This is Miel Extase in collaboration with Karina from Dear Makeup Diary. And I enjoyed this one immensely in the month of October. This is so, so good. If you love honey perfumes, if you love dried dark fruits and apricot, if you love a little bit of chocolate, some vanilla, definitely some booziness. There's rum in here. It's very sweet. It's very decadent. It's very gourmand. And I don't really get anything besides the gourmand notes. To me, this smells very Very gourmand. You do have to be a gourmand lover in order to like this, but if you have the love in your heart for gourmands like I do, you're gonna love this, especially if you love honey. Honey is definitely the star of the show, but it's not an animalic honey. This is an easy, smooth, sweet, delicious honey. I love it. So this is by Navitus Parfums Miel Extase. I don't want to put this perfume away, and I will probably bring this out shortly. You know, this will probably come out in December or something. It's coming back very soon. This is by Argos, and this is Triumph of Bacchus. This is a perfume that I adore. I think this is my second favorite perfume in my collection. This is definitely my favorite tobacco fragrance in my collection. I think this is such a masterpiece of a perfume. I think this is one that you need to test though. This is not a safe blind buy. There's lots and lots of notes in here. There's definitely tobacco in here. So if you're not a fan of tobacco, you know, it's in here. It's kind of the star of the show. There's green apple in here as well, which is what I really love. I love the green apple. I love that fruity sweetness. I love the tobacco. I love the vanilla in here. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. And that saffron that's in here is absolutely sexy and intoxicating. There's rum in here, so you also have to be someone who likes a boozy fragrance, because I definitely pick up the booze. You know, there are certain things in here that, I mean, you have to be into those things in order to enjoy this. But if you love those notes like I do, this is fantastic. So I enjoyed this one so much, and this is a strong perfume. I do not need a lot of sprays of this. I actually oversprayed this once and I choked myself out. So I was like, the rest of the month, whenever I'd wear this, I was just a couple sprays, because that's all you need. This is a strong perfume. So I adore this. My favorite tobacco. This isn't a smoky tobacco, which is why I love it so much. It's just a kind of like a sweet tobacco. A sweet, unlit, non-smoky tobacco, and I love it. So that is by the House of Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. The other one by Argos that was on my tray is one of their new releases, and this is Birth of Venus. I loved this in the month of October, which I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. Was I going to be in the mood for this or not? Because this is a fruity floral, but this is a warm, ambery, fruity floral, but it also has some chocolate and some vanilla in here as well. So it's not your typical everyday fruity floral perfume. It's definitely unique. It's very mass appealing, very, very easy to like, but there is definitely some uniqueness to this perfume. And I don't know how Argos does it, but they do fruity florals really, really well. And somehow they make a very common scent profile smell unique. It's kind of cool how they do it. But this is a very feminine, sweet, there's raspberry, there's peach. It's so good. There's lots of florals, chocolate. I love it. And the performance is amazing. This is all day with a really, really nice scent bubble. So really enjoyed this one. So this is by Argos, Birth of Venus. All right, we have by Zadig Voltaire, this is Her. This is such an affordable gem in my opinion. I really enjoyed this one. I think this one's a lot of fun. You've got a lot of chestnut in the opening. It's pretty sharp though. I forgot how sharp the opening of this is. Kind of took me back for a second because I haven't worn this in a little while, but there's this like sharp, almost kind of like, it's just a sharp, nutty chestnut in the opening, but that quickly starts to tone down, and then you get this, I think there's whipped cream, there's something creamy in here, whipped cream, vanilla, so good, and then it goes into this very creamy sandalwood. And I love that. The sandalwood in here is absolutely fantastic. I'm a big sandalwood fan. Really, really good performance. This lasts all day on me. And yeah, I just think this is great bang for your buck. You get a really unique smelling fragrance, and it's also really fun, and it's also affordable. So, and long lasting, good performance. So nothing bad to say about this one. I really enjoyed it. And this is Zadig Voltaire, this is Her. All right, up next we have by the House of Xerjoff, this is Ouverture. This is new to my collection, and I wanted to put it on my tray for October because I really wanted to get familiar with it. First couple of times I wore it, I knew I really liked it, but I couldn't figure out what I was smelling. It's a very complex fragrance in my opinion, and the more I wore it, the more I liked it, and I really think this is a unique, not safe blind buy, but very unique fragrance. So this has some fig, some orange. I do get that. I get this fig, this orange. I get a little bit of cinnamon. There's some florals in here. And then I pick up a woodiness, which I think is from, there's sandalwood in here, lots of vanilla, and I definitely get a very warm feel to the fragrance. It's very ambery. It's so good. It's so unique. It's so good. I've never smelled anything like it, and it's beast mode. This projects like crazy and lasts all day. This is by the House of Xerjoff, Ouverture. All right, and last up for the month of October was by Montale, and this is Ristretto Intense Cafe. This is my favorite. The original Intense Cafe didn't have enough coffee. It was just very sweet rose. This one to me has more coffee, and it's equal parts coffee and rose, which I really, really like. And I also feel like this one doesn't have that super scratchy syntheticness that I get in Intense Cafe. I really enjoy this one. I get in the mood for this one every single fall. This scent profile, I don't know, it's like clockwork. Fall hits, I feel that cooler weather, and boom, I want I want Ristretto Intense Cafe or something with this scent profile. That jammy rose, ambery, warm, and coffee mixture. I just think it's amazing. This is definitely a strong perfume. You have to like screamers. This is a beast. It will fill up a room, and you will smell this on you until you take a shower and wash your clothes. This lasts and lasts and lasts. It is definitely strong, so you have to be into strong perfumes to enjoy this, but if you want something strong enough to cut through the cold and you like coffee and rose, this is gorgeous. So this is by Montale, Ristretto Intense Cafe. All right, guys, let's pick out 10 new fragrances for the month of November. Okay, so when I do these tray videos, I realize that I skip over my decants and travel sizes all the time. Those seem to just kind of get pushed aside, and I really need to make an effort to stop doing that. So I decided to take out one of my decants to put on my tray because I really need to get to know this fragrance. This is from the House of Mind Games, and this is Checkmate. I am super curious about the House of Mind Games. They are a more expensive house, and I want to try them first before I would purchase them. But yes, I have definitely been paying attention to this house, very curious about it, want to try several of their fragrances. I do really like the bottles. I like how they all look like chess pieces. I don't play chess, but I like the bottles. I don't know why. But I've heard lots of different things about the house, and Checkmate is the only one that I've tried, but I want to get to know this one better. I know I really, really like it. This is a rose perfume. I'll wait and give you more details on this perfume as I get to know it this month, but I know that the couple of times I've tried it, I have really, really enjoyed it. So if you like rose fragrances, get your nose on this because this smells really good. So I'll keep you posted on this one and let you know my final thoughts on Checkmate. It is time. It is time for this perfume, you guys. This is it. I'm gonna have this on my November and December tray because this is my holiday perfume and my favorite perfume in my collection. And this is by KILIAN Angel Share. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I talk about this one to death. But this is cinnamon, boozy, warm apple pie with oak. And I adore it. Super good performance, very holiday. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you when I smell this one what it does to me on the inside. This is one of my husband's favorites as well. This did make his top 10. I adore this perfume. So this is by KILIAN Angel Share. Okay, this is a new one to my collection. I really have not had a chance to wear this, so I'm putting it on my tray this month because I want more time with it. I want to get to know it. I want to love it. This is by Lancome, and this is I almost said La Nuit Resort. That's not correct. This is by Lancome, and this is La Belle Iris Absolu. I actually was sniffing around at Macy's, and I came across this one, and I really wasn't expecting anything from it. I sprayed it on the back of my hand, and I was like, whoa, this smells amazing. This doesn't smell like the original La Belle. This is an iris perfume, and it has a little bit maybe of La Belle DNA in here, but not nearly that sickening, sweet, praline, patchouli situation going on that's in the original. This one is it smells way more refined to me. I think iris I associate iris with like class, sophistication, smoothness. I really love the note of iris, and the iris in here is beautiful. And this is such an underrated perfume. I mean, this is fantastic in my opinion. So I really want to wear this one. And I thought it would be a nice break from some of these other perfumes. I need something to wear for like every day. You know what I mean? Some of these perfumes are not necessarily the most everyday. I get a little excited in November. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, Gourmand's everywhere. This one I was surprised by. It's really, really good. Definitely get your nose on it if you like iris. So this is by Lancome La Belle Iris Absolu. All right, this next perfume is so much fun. I remember when I first got this, I was like, what am I smelling? But I still love this perfume. I don't even know if it's available anymore, but this is by Mugler, and this is Angel Muse, the Eau de Toilette. I love the passion fruit mixed with the hazelnut. I get hazelnut in here a lot. This smells like passion fruit and Nutella to me with some patchouli. I don't know if there's even patchouli listed in here, but I know there's patchouli in here. It's an angel perfume, you guys. There's patchouli in here, and you can definitely smell it. It's got an earthiness to it, but it's not like the original angel. I don't like that fragrance at all. The patchouli in there is too earthy for me. This is a much more toned down patchouli. This is, yeah, passion fruit, hazelnut, and some patchouli. It's odd. It's such a weird combination. I have no idea why I love this so much, but I think this is so fun. And for an eau de toilette, I mean, this performs like an eau de parfum. This is a strong perfume that lasts all day with a beautiful scent bubble. And I have not worn this in a long time, so I am excited to wear this again. So this is by Mugler, Angel Muse EDT. All right, you guys, I have an affordable fragrance here for you. This is by Zara, and this is Rose Gourmand. I am not done with the scent profile. This is that jammy rose ambery. This doesn't have coffee in it though, so it smells more to me like Mancera's Roses Vanille than it does Intense Cafe or Ristretto Intense Cafe. But it has that same vibe, that DNA, that rosy, jammy rose, ambery warm, sweet. I really like this one. And I don't own Roses Vanille because I feel like this is scratching that itch for me, and it was only like $30 and it's really good performing, and it smells really amazing, and you get a lot of juice for 30 bucks. So yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. I love this one. Highly recommend. If you like Roses Vanille, Intense Cafe kind of fragrances, this is such a good one. So this is by Zara Rose Gourmand. All right, I absolutely have to have a vanilla in here. It's November. Vanilla is a necessity, okay? This is by Jousset Parfums, and this is Accident Olive Vanille. I adore this perfume, you guys. This is one of my favorite vanillas. This is vanilla and there's caramel. It smells like vanilla and caramel. That's it. That's really all I get. Lots of rich, decadent vanilla with a lot of sweet, sweet caramel. Caramel and vanilla swirled together in perfect union, and I adore it. I get decent performance out of it. It's not super loud, but I definitely don't struggle to smell it on myself, especially if I spray it on my clothes, and I just cannot wait to wear this. So if you love vanilla and caramel, definitely get your nose on this. This is by Jousset Parfums Accident Olive Vanille. New to my collection, I just purchased it, and I am definitely putting it on my tray. I've already been wearing it because I think I'm pretty much obsessed with this perfume right now. This is by Stefan Humbert Luca, and this is Venom Incarnate. And I had this on my wish list for a couple months, but I was hoping to find it at a discount, but I didn't find it at a discount. So I was like, forget it. I have to have this perfume. So there's something about this. I cannot stop thinking about it. I can't stop wearing it. I just want to wear it all the time. It is wild strawberries, sweet strawberries. It's caramel. It's got some blackberry, some raspberry. But then in the base it has some woody notes and some leather, but the leather is very, very smooth. It smells more like suede to me. And then there's vanilla in here. It is everything I love in a perfume. I mean, this is such a sexy, wonderful, beautiful contrast between fruity, sweet, caramel, vanilla with that darker, leathery base. It's a contrasting perfume that just smells super sexy in my opinion. Amazing performance, and I have been enjoying it so much. So this is by Stefan Humbert Luca Venom Incarnate. All right, up next we have by Xerjoff Italica. This has to go on my tray this month. This is such a unique gourmand in my opinion, and I adore it. Now I did buy a 100 ml bottle. If you watched my haul video that I posted not too long ago, I showed you guys I got 100 ml of this. but I want to finish this 30 ml this month because there's not much left. This is delicious. Almond, milk, saffron, toffee, vanilla. So, so good. So it smells like cherry amaretto in the opening to me, but then it dries down to smell like this almond, toffee, cookie, vanilla cookie with milk. That's what it smells like to me. That's what it reminds me of, and I absolutely adore it. I get decent performance out of it. Nothing to complain about. I don't really feel like this is like a beast mode perfume, but I do feel like it's a really good performing fragrance. So I enjoy this one. It's one of my top 10 for life. Can't be without it. This is by Xerjoff, Italica. Okay, I'm putting Delina Exclusive on my tray for November. I never wear this. I never reach for it because I want to save it for special occasions, but that's ridiculous. I don't have enough special occasions in my life. I just don't, you know? I'm not the type of person that just goes out a bunch. I'm actually kind of a homebody, and I'm actually very introverted. I would much rather stay home than go out to like a party. I have more fun when I'm like in my pajamas chilling with my husband watching movies and eating popcorn than I do when like we go out. I just gotta start wearing it. I gotta start enjoying it. Life is short. Every day is a special occasion, right? So I need to wear it. So this is lychee. It's creamy vanilla. It's lots and lots of rose. It's got some oud. It's got some incense, which I really don't pick up on a whole lot. It's got some woody notes. It's very beautiful. It dries down a little bit powdery. It's elegant. It's exquisite. It's beautiful. I'm in love with it. It's a top 10 for life for me. Ooh, I have 3 top 10 for life. I have Angel Share, Italica, and Delina Exclusive on my tray this month, so I'm going to be loving my tray this month, you know? This is such a beast mode perfume. I mean, this is an excellent performing fragrance. I have to be careful not to overspray it. I have choked people out with this before. One Thanksgiving I wore this and I choked my whole family out. But this is by Parfums de Marly, Delina Exclusive. All right, last but definitely not least is the new release from Navitus. This is in collaboration with AI the Great, and this is Amorous Intense. I did a review on this. I'll link it in the description box if you missed it. This perfume is, I love it. I absolutely love it. This is everything I love in a perfume. This is apple, but mostly pear. I get the apple in the opening, but mostly I get pear through most of the wear of this perfume, so you definitely have to be into that. It's sweet. It's got some cane sugar. I definitely pick up the caramel. I pick up whipped cream. I don't really get much of the heart notes. I don't really get rum or ylang ylang or coffee, and I have really, really been enjoying it. So I think this is an amazing release. Highly recommend getting your nose on it, and I'm super excited to wear it in November. So this is by Navitus Parfums, Amorous Intense. All right, guys, those are the 10 perfumes that I'm going to concentrate on this month in November. Let me know what you think of these fragrances. Have you tried them? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? I definitely want to hear your opinions. The reason why I say that in every video is because I do think it's super helpful when other people are, you know, watching this video. If they read the comments and they're seeing what other people are saying about these fragrances, it can be really helpful to help them decide whether or not they want to purchase or try the fragrances. You know, I'm just one person. I only have one opinion. It's not going to be the same opinion as everyone else. So I think it's really great when other people tell their opinions and their experiences with fragrances. I just find it to be super interesting and helpful. So go ahead and leave those comments in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!